Welcome back to Dinner with Friends. Happy Valentine's Day, or in your case, belated Valentine's Day. I am currently filming this on actual Valentine's Day. It's Friday, it's like 8:30 in the morning. I leave for France in 3 hours, so I gotta make this quick. Between my broken leg, 2 weeks of bronchitis, and national media scandal, I have a lot of good karma in the bank, and I'm putting it straight into a high yield savings account and I'm letting it accrue interest over time. I am sad. I'm sad. I'm literally sad. I am watching this all go down just as you guys are. Everyone's in my DMs and in my comments saying that I should sue them. No. Like, it's not that serious, but for now, again, I thought it would be super weird if I just posted this video and pretended like everything was hunky-dory over here. Who was hunky-dory? Housewives reference, sorry. So, anyways, for the episode, like I said, I'm leaving for France in a few hours. I'm so excited. I'm gonna vlog the entire time. This episode is continuing our French theme for the month, and we go with some steak frites inspired by the steak frite restaurant in France. There's this restaurant in France, all they serve is steak frite. This is the name of it. The last time I was in France with my mom was Valentine's Day, 2016, 2017. And we went to that restaurant. It was amazing. I loved it. That was one of the dishes that like permanently altered my brain chemistry. So in this episode, I show you how to recreate the steak frite from that restaurant in Paris. Bobby, what are you doing? Sorry, she wanted to get involved in all the fun. But speaking of getting dumped, for today's Valentine's Day episode, I am showing you how... Now the lens is all slobbery. It's almost time for our WALK, so she's getting antsy. But speaking of getting dumped, I am showing you my digital dinner party menu for a Valentine's Day night in. This menu would be great for a party of one or a party of two, if you're getting down like that for V-Day. All of the recipes from this video are on Substack. Enjoy the episode. Love you so much. And I'll see you soon. Okay, we're doing steak frite inspired by that restaurant in Paris that I can't pronounce. I have a New York strip here. This is my favorite steak, especially for steak frite. I also love a ribeye. You could do a filet. I personally like the fat and marbling that you get in a New York strip and a ribeye more than a filet, but if you're watching your saturated fats, filet would be your best bet. Do you need to go outside? Can you wait 5 seconds? So, first things first, I'm going to let this steak come to room temperature. If I were to start cooking it straight out of the fridge, we would have an overcooked exterior and an undercooked interior. So, I'm gonna salt it and let it chill out. A little salt. I like to do just salt, and then I'll do pepper at the end. Hold on. Otherwise, your seasoning might burn. A nice generous coating. If you want extra brownie points, you could do this step the night before and let it sit in the fridge overnight. Here we go. Now, next step. We are making that famous steak sauce. Now, I remember when I had this for the first time several years ago, my guess for the ingredients that was in this sauce was pureed escargot, because it was buttery, herby, and a little fishy. And we had just had escargot prior, and I was like, this tastes exactly like escargot, which by the way tastes fantastic. I've done some digging, and it is not in fact pureed snails, but it is basically the same thing. It's herbs, shallot, butter, and that fishy taste comes from anchovies. We're also going to incorporate a little bit of, is there mustard in this? I think there might be. Mustard, an egg yolk for richness, some walnuts for richness, and then some vinegar for a little twang. One finely chopped shallot, crosswise, wise, and across. Chop up some butter. Hi, Poppy. How's it going, Someday she's gonna be big enough where you can see her over the counter. Not for you. We've got parsley here, tarragon, which is the not so secret ingredient. I love tarragon. It's my favorite of all of the herbs. I wouldn't say my favorite in that it's my most used, but it's my favorite in that I just love the flavor. And then we have a little bit of sage. Hi. I don't have anything for you, my dear. Do you want to say hi? Say hi. Say happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's. Okay. Time to kiss? No. Now that our first half of the butter is melted, we're gonna start softening the shallots. The Home Depot sent me a Stanley, and I fear I love it. All right, now I'm gonna add the herbs and the nuts to toast in that butter as well. And then we'll add the rest of the butter to get it all melty and gorgeous. All right, let's rock and roll. Butter is just the best. I'm going to France next week, which is very exciting. I wonder if I'll go to this steak frite restaurant. TBD. If you haven't been, I suggest going. You can obviously just make it at home with my fabulous recipe. Oh, I forgot to add the capers in there. I love capers. Do about a tablespoon. A heaping tablespoon of capers. Oh my god, and the anchovies. I'm so sorry. I'm just so excited. I'm so hungry. Steak frite is actually in my top 5 favorite meals. Steak frite, spaghetti and meatballs, lobster, pizza, all the hits. All right, I did like 4 anchovy fillets, 5. We'll throw a little bit of that oil in there. I'm gonna give you a close up on this sauce. Gorgeous. Some gorgeous French mustard. It doesn't have to be from France, but it definitely helps. Sorry, I'm all unorganized. About half of this, of like the solids. Stream in the melted butter. Just gonna scrape the sides really quick. Oh my god, it smells amazing. Stop. Perfect. This is an emulsion, but since we have nuts and Dijon in there, those should stabilize it enough where we don't have to worry about it splitting. Oopsie. The oven is preheated, so I'm gonna pop the steak in for a few minutes until it registers at about 115 degrees. And in the meantime, we'll get started on our salad. Okay. So for the salad, we are doing another recipe from the cookbook. This is my Radicchio with hazelnuts and brown butter vinaigrette salad. We've got Radicchio, we've got hazelnuts, we've got brown butter. What else could you ask for? I particularly love this variation of Radicchio because it's pink. Poppy, rude. I love this variation of Radicchio because it's pink and I love pink things. But you could use any Radicchio you have access to. We're gonna brown some butter. This is gonna be the base of our vinaigrette. I'm also gonna chop up a shallot. I love a like warm salad, a warm sweet and salty salad in the winter. The vinaigrette is sweet and salty with brown butter and honey. And then we toast hazelnuts in that brown butter. for a little crunchy element. Browning butter is really not that complicated. You're just essentially simmering the butter until right before it burns. It takes a little practice to know when to kill the heat because you can take it too far, but browning butter is really just separating the milk solids from the milk fat, and then those milk solids deep fry in the milk fat, and it's quite fabulous. I'm also going to chop up some hazelnuts. All right, that was close, but we have brown butter. I'm going to toss the hazelnuts in here. And now we're really just like waking up the hazelnuts. And then in this bowl, I'm going to add our chopped shallot and some honey. Ooh. And now we're going to strain this brown butter into our shallots and honey. It's okay if some hazelnuts get in there. I did the thing you're not supposed to do, and I didn't read the recipe before starting, so I forgot I needed a strainer. Hi, Wopsy! Gorge. And now the heat from that brown butter will melt our honey and get that all nice and incorporated with the shallots. There should also be thyme in here, but I forgot to pick up thyme at the store. Sorry. And then we're also gonna add a little bit of vinegar because this is a vinaigrette after all. You could do any vinegar. I like to do a little apple cider vinegar. Salt and pepper to taste. You technically could make this dressing ahead of time, but the butter will solidify as it cools. So you can just pop it in the microwave before. We're gonna slice these lengthwise and into quarters for the bigger ones. I love a fig. I don't like to think about what figs actually are, because aren't they like when a flower eats a wasp or something? I hate that. Hate that. So technically figs aren't vegan, right? Since this radicchio is so beautiful, I like to keep the leaves whole. Just pull them away. Obviously you want to thoroughly wash these, let them dry. I like to build height with my salads, so propping up the leaves to the sky. The higher the hair, the closer to Jesus. Closer to God? What is it? I don't know. This would also be really great with the incorporation of a salty cheese if you wanted to do that, but the butter brings enough of that umami dairy note that you don't really need cheese. Okay, so we are going to be making a truffle martini with truffle cheese stuffed olives. I know. I have this soft ripened cheese that's infused with black truffle, similar to a brie but a little bit funkier. I believe it's made with goat's milk. So it's kind of like a hybrid between a brie and a goat cheese. It's called a tremor. Very funky. What I'm gonna do is honestly just shove it. The only thing getting stuffed this Valentine's Day are these olives. Yeah. It's okay. Yum. Mm. 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 Wait, that's really good. But cheese on its own, fabulous. Now that we have our stuffed olives, it's time to get into the teeny. It's teeny time. Oh, do I have vermouth? I don't care. We have our fresh white truffle. One little morsel left. We had truffle pasta for dinner last night. I can't. We have our shaker filled with ice. Vodka infused with white truffle. I have white truffle shavings, white truffle oil, and vodka in here. It's been infusing for about 24 hours. Then, I'm not straining the truffle out of here because If the truffle wants to enter my body, the truffle's gonna enter my body. Like, who am I to stop it? Some olive. I'm doing a little bit less olive juice than I would, olive brine, than I normally would, but it's because it's all about the truffle today. The olive has to take a back seat. Shake it for at least 60 seconds or until your hands hurt. Let's set up our little appetizer station. This was supposed to be nuggets and caviar. They were out of caviar. Trout roe it is. I'm sorry. Nobody's perfect. And you know what? I'm gonna be generous. Cheers. Oh my God. We got the little ice chips on the top. I'm gonna hit it with some salt. Pinch of salt, add that to the recipe. That's pretty spectacular. You know, this can't be bad. That's for sure. Honestly, yeah. That's really good. Okay. We're gonna do the steak now. Now, we cooked it in the oven until it registered to about 115. So it's pretty much at medium rare almost. So we're just gonna finish it on the stovetop and give it that nice sear on the outside. As the cast iron pan is heating up, I'm gonna put the steak in, fat cap side down, and start rendering that first. All right, we got a steak cam set up. While that's going, I'm gonna get our fries ready. Fries. Not sponsored. Unless, just kidding. I mean, like, I'm not gonna sit home on Valentine's Day and make myself French fries from scratch and get my apartment all stinky. Then I'm gonna be single, alone, and stinky. Like, one's fine. Respectfully. So, go out and pick up some McDonald's, DoorDash. It's like 2025. All right, we've got some smoke going on. Sorry. Okay, steak is done. We're gonna let her rest for a little bit while I plate the salad. And then it's time to rock and roll. We have our pink Radicchio. Gorgeous as ever. Now, technically, you should toss this in the vinaigrette in a bowl so that all of the leaves are evenly coated, but I'm just interested in the vibes and the aesthetic right now, not necessarily the flavor. So I'm gonna do it this way. But don't tell anyone I told you to do it this way. Now we have our toasted hazelnuts in that brown butter. Gorgy. And our brown butter vinaigrette. Yumma. Oh my gosh. Yum. Pretty. I will now slice the steak. Love. Love, love, love. I like to go on a slight angle. Perfectly cooked, as expected. One time I overcooked a steak when I was catering, and these people had like sourced a really expensive Wagyu tomahawk, and I like fully overcooked it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so scared. They didn't say anything, thank God, but imagine. It wasn't overcooked, but it definitely wasn't medium rare. It was medium, which with Wagyu is not ideal. Oh my God. It's getting everywhere. No. Gang's all here. Ooh, what did I just step on? The hazelnut. Oh my God, I'm like burping. And now we've got our steak sauce. Wait, it looks amazing. What? Wow. Okay, go off. Oh my God. Pics. Pics, 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 pics. Such a good girl. Okay, time to dig in. We'll do salad first. I mean, it's amazing. That's why it's in my cookbook. All right, let's try the steak. Oh my God. That steak sauce is serious. I got a knife out, but I don't think I'm gonna use it. Fabulous, no notes. McDonald's fries, obviously fabulous, no notes. I think we know where this is going. Fabulous, no notes. Dare I say best Valentine's Day ever? Sorry. I'm gonna finish this, put my pajamas on, eat some ice cream. Not in a sad way though. Eating ice cream in a celebratory way. And watch Bravo with my dog. What else could you ask for? Happy Valentine's Day, I'll see you tomorrow. Love you, bye.